Oh way. What a pot of water. Bro, he's not fat. Not fat. Big boned. Pot of water. Bro, I've been meaning to start like 2 hours before my current start time, but I'm so tired after work. End up napping for like 5 hours. Jeebus. Map, 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 map. Stream, watch streak. Let's go. How you been? Hello, penguin. Yippee. Yeah, that's okay. Don't worry about it. Got electricity. You've been in the dark for 3 days, penguin? What's up? What up? Honestly, what? I'm getting the transplant tomorrow. No, wait, today's Tuesday.
Chupapi muñeño.
Yo, Logan.
Chupapi mo fucking ñeño
Two
muñeño.
Papi right back at you. Wait, today's Tuesday. Work is going to be Wednesday. So the day after tomorrow. Yeah, 3 days no power is crazy. I'm gonna have to figure out. Yeah, it's soon. Kind of nervous. I don't know how. I'd want to continue streaming. I won't stream Thursday night. I'm just gonna rest it off. Um, but I have to figure out. Paul said she's gonna like help me. No, next stream. No, it's gonna take like a couple months, probably like 7, 8 months until you see good hair. What are we doing today? I'm gonna do a bit of Golang and then more. Grow my hair out? No, I'm doing a hair transplant on Thursday, Logan. My head bald spot in the back area. So I'm gonna get that fixed. I've been keeping it trimmed and I'm tired of I miss hair. Yeah, I miss having hair. So we're getting a transplant. Bro, so yesterday I was showing you guys my PS1 games and I found the is that expensive? Depends on where you get it. For me it's gonna cost about 1.8k USD. Which is not bad, honestly. As hair moved to his head confirmed. So and I'm doing it in the same city I'm at. I'm not like traveling to Turkey or anything. Yeah. And I got like because I worked over the Eid holidays, they gave me like money for the hours I worked during. Pretty much got that covered. Asia trip got fucked, yeah. But Japan is still on the table, right? I'm waiting on the visa confirmation. Bruh, this is doing well on threads. 96 likes, 11 comments, people talking about like the modded PS1 scene. The what? But nobody seems to appreciate it on Twitter. I'm like, am I in the wrong place? Nobody interacts. Yeah, that's Twitter is like you got treated like a diary. Just post. Just post. It's me mostly talking to myself. Um on threads you go crazy. Nice. No, so like I use I use this tool, right? By Kevin Norton Jr., who's a friend, and he built Ferryman, and that got put no. Yeah. Um, am I not logged in? Here, bruh. Already have an account. Um, Settings. So you pretty much uses like their. Is that what everyone uses to their like post their tweet on Instagram? You can do that as well. So if I make a tweet, right? If I like type something and then I do fairy eye with the fairy eye hashtag, it'll make like a an Instagram version, like a picture of this tweet, and automatically put that on Instagram. Um, but yeah, like you can connect it to multiple platforms. I have you choose your preferred platform, the platform you like to post on. So I like to post on Twitter, and then you choose the other platforms, so Blue Sky, Mastodon, Threads. I'm not gonna shit post on LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube if you like to make YouTube posts. Um, and then you choose your flow, so like X, and then sync it to these three platforms. So anytime I post something, it just synchronizes everything. I don't have to come to this platform and post it. All I need to do is just post on Twitter, and Ferryman handles like the synchronization. Yeah. Pretty neat. Threads still exists, hot off the water. And brands like to use threads a lot. I've noticed compared to other platforms. Yeah. But yeah, this has got like 4 likes. This is the new Twitter. Follow me. Oh yeah, okay. It's interesting the type of things that gets motion there. It's Logan. Oh, you are on threads. Let's go. Fine conspiracy theorist. But it's crazy how like conspiracy theorists know like got so much right. Yeah. But yeah, like Earth is flat. Okay. What up, Christopher? How are you? All right. Let us try to make some progress in go at least like watches on Stargate. Nice. Oh, Alex Jones, a big apology. Yeah, he was wild. He was quite spot on with a lot of things. So I was redoing like the lessons I did yesterday at work, and then someone saw me doing Go on the monitor, and they were like, I they were geeking out about it, and they're like, if you need any help with it, I'd love to revisit and like strengthen my foundations, because he really loved working with Go. It's just that like we whoever made the initial decisions in our company chose Node.js and then .NET, and he doesn't really like working with either. But like that's what we're stuck with, like little demons. Wait, do you work with .NET hot dogs or what? Yeah, that's why we work with Christopher. Yeah, nice. I don't know why people chose those two, but okay. But a lot of .NET, nice. Of a tuple of a value and a concrete type. PTSD. An interface value holds a value of specific underlying concrete type. Man, I was thinking because I've been doing like the Rust humbled me. I'm doing Go, and a lot of these concepts are taking some time for me to like internalize. I'm like thinking, how did I get so far in my career? And then I find these things like there's a lot of friction in me trying to learn these things. Um, yeah. Anyways, after I put some thought into it, like I went the other way and started thinking about what strengths I have that got me this far. And most of it is soft skills, working with enterprise tooling, right? So like Azure, all of these cloud tools, working with vendors, a lot of things the traditional programmer hates doing, which I also hate doing, but I put myself through it. Um, so yeah, but it's crazy. Like the open source world, there's so many talented people, and then the enterprise world, it's a lot of like bullying, and it's like pretty much you're enduring being bullied. So I guess like my bootlicking skills also like has has a fact to play in this whole thing. You get bullied every day at work. Yeah, that's because you're like the youngest there. You're asking for it. The 10 times as much back. Yeah. Okay, then maybe you deserve it. You just yeah. Okay, we have the I interface, which has one function. Interfaces store functions or stores methods. Method signatures. About to enter you're going to be 25. You're going to be 26. Jesus. No, you won't be the youngest at work in August. They're going to hire more people. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Wasn't your birthday like recently? Like, how are you going to have like two birthdays already? And didn't we already talk about you turning 25? Okay. Make a struct type T has one string S. This method means type T implements the interface I but we don't need to explicitly declare that it does so. Oh, wait, I've done this. Okay. Type I has one method signature. Um, a method that takes a reference to T, a pointer to T, and prints that string. Okay. We have F, which is a float, which just takes in a copy, a value pointer, a value receiver, not a value pointer. Value receiver prints F. We create a variable I, which is an interface. Okay. And then now when you do this, he reference to T that's hello, describe I am. Okay. Walk me through this lesson.
Chupapi muñeño.
Yo, nail pointer. To puppy.
Chupapi mo fucking ñeño muñeño.
What's cooking now? It really appear. Value, concrete type. So when you assign something to an interface, Go stores the actual data value, the type of that data. This is why interfaces can hold any type that implements the interface. What? Drop it by, no problem. Thanks for coming by. Lock in nail pointer. Get that dough. Appreciate you coming by. All right.
Daddy, chill.
Are there a lot of like people traveling over to the US to watch the World Cup? Yeah, I haven't been paying attention to any of the World Cup stuff. So far, like, you know how there are baddies that go to the World Cup, and then there are these accounts that take pictures of these baddies that are at the World Cup. That's as far. That's pretty much as far as how much attention I've paid to the World Cup. You've seen a lot of Norwegian people traveling to the US now. Nice. Likewise, yeah. No punter knows. Okay, the interface. How the interface can hold any type that implements the interface. Take care. First time in many years, Norway qualified, so it's pretty crazy here. Nice. So type T with method M, right? Okay. And then we have type F with method M. Ah, prints the string field. Okay. Type F prints the float value itself. Sounds good. Interest, where are you? Meow. This prints the float value itself. Both types implement, so both satisfy interface I. I still don't understand why we need interfaces. What happens in main? You declare an interface variable. Yes. You assign a pointer to T to it, or reference to T, a pointer to T. Bruh. Describe I. Prints the tuple. So the value and the type. Right? A pointer to T. Okay. Thank you, Penguin. Calls pointer to T. Printing hello. Okay. I see. Now we do it F. F is just a value receiver. And it gets the value pi. When we describe it as just the value and the type. When we print the value, it just prints the value. If you call the method, it prints the value. Like it should. Have I coded in C long time ago? For microcontrollers, but not any advanced stuff. Dynamic dispatch in Go. Value I doesn't know which type it holds until runtime. But when you call, Go looks at the stored concrete type and calls the correct method. This is Go's version of polymorphism. Simple, explicit, and type safe. Think of an interface like a USB port. The port is the interface I. The device you plug in is the concrete type. When you call a method, Go checks which device is plugged in and uses the right behavior. Neat. If you want, I can also rewrite the lessons in simpler terms, give you exercises, show you how to. Okay, next. How did you keep busy during your blackout, Penguin? Are you okay? I haven't done a walking stream in a bit. Interface values with nil underlying values. If the concrete value interfacing with nil over interfacing with nil, yes, just began. Hello, Zeno. Interface values with nil. Have you ever been coding in C? I just told you that I did a long time ago when I was playing with Arduinos. But it's like technically C++ because it's I guess Arduino C. Way back. But I didn't do anything advanced with it. You just need to know um what ports are you what pins you're going to use for input output, and the rest is like mechanical engineering math. Yeah, but I haven't done computer programming with it, just microcontroller programming. And I had a lot of fun. So like my profile picture on Twitter is let's see if I can get videos of if it. Here's a good example. We built those little robots. It was all Arduino code. And it had IR sensors on the left, front, and right. And there's a camera as well. So we did a little bit of machine vision. Look at those turns, how smooth they are. Then you end the course by like hitting the button in the front. See how smooth those turns are? One of the courses, the courses that we had for the car had like a traffic light. It had to like stop at red, go at green. Yeah. Some AVR using GCC and ETC directly was nicer than Arduino IDE once you got it going, but didn't document. No. What's AVR? What is AVR? AVR. Control automatic voltage regulator. Oh, in that course, we also had to do forget the name. What type of programming was it? Light signal car. What programming language? Bro, what programming language did I use to learn to program that car? Damn it. Why don't I remember it? PLC? PLC. PLC programming. Yeah. We did PLC, bit of basic PLC to program like what's this? The car light. That was fun. No. Okay. Interfacing values with nil underlying values. If the concrete value inside the interface itself is nil, the method will be called with a nil receiver. In some languages, this would trigger a null pointer exception. But in Go, it's common to write methods that gracefully handle being called with a nil receiver, as with the method M in this example. Note that an interface value that holds nil concrete value is itself non-nil. Okay, now an interface with the method M, a type T with string, a struct type T with string. We have one method for pointer to type T, checks if T is nil or pointer to T is nil, and then prints nil, right? Otherwise, it just prints the value. Func main. Learned the term PLC tons of tiny thing, never used it. It's weird. I don't remember it because I did it like 7 years ago now. 6 years ago, 7 years ago. Very fuzzy. I was just like 2 classes where we played with that. Yeah. Var. So we have a variable I with the I interface. We have variable T, which is a pointer to T. We make. How would I read this? We provide variable T with the interface to I. How do I describe? We provide T with the interface. Describe I. And we'll get the value. There is no value. It should be nil. Right? Okay. Now Hello, Alon Yeet. Alon, all's on Yeet. Welcome. How are you? Assign I, assign to I the value t. Assign to I interface variable the value t type, which implements the interface. Okay, thank you. So we assign to interface I the value of t. How's Go going? It's good. It was going good until I got to like pointers and interfaces. It's undoing like the rust that I did earlier. But yeah, figuring it out one step at a time. How are you? What you been up to? It's been a bit since I've seen you around. Okay. Declare an interface. Declare a nil pointer. Okay. I now holds. Okay. Even though t is nil, interface I is not nil. Let's run it. So it should show nil and the type. Nil and reference to t. Yes. And then you run the method on I and it prints nil. And here we assign I to reference of t, no, a pointer to t with the hello string. Yes. We describe I, we have hello and reference to t or pointer to t. Bruh, I keep mixing the two up. A real value. Hello using the non-nil branch of this method. Yes. Next. The nil interface value holds thank you. By the way, I usually find these tutorials slow. So do consider just like doing a tiny project if you want to learn as you go. Yeah, I want to do either exorcism exercises after like I get a decent handle over the syntax, and then we'll try like challenging myself with exorcism. And once I'm good at that, I want to try code crafters. But their first challenge at code crafters is building your own shell. Bruh. Why not though? I am. I am. I was in a bad mood today, but I was like trying to do I wanted to make progress on my own time while I was at work. But like my mind kept like dwelling on other things. But I was able to, because I covered um like 1 through 10 all over again just to solidify what I learned. Go wouldn't be fixing your mood. I mean, I have a really hard time learning anything when I'm in a bad mood. Like it'll take a lot to distract me. Even gaming won't be enjoyable. The only thing I can do to like get out of that rut is take a nap. Yeah. Um Cookcraft is fun. It's very step by step, so not super daunting. Okay, nice. Nice. A nil interface value holds neither value nor concrete type. Calling a method on a nil interface is a runtime error because there's no type, a nil interface. Oh, look who came to terrorize me. Yes, what do you want? Let me bring the camera. All right. You learn Go with me. Ow. Okay. Interface I with method M or method signature M. Um, Variable I, which is an interface of I. It has nothing assigned to it yet. So if you describe it, it will be a nil interface with no type. And if you try to, oh, I, it shouldn't do anything, right? Yeah, it runtime error. Invalid memory address. The empty interface. The interface type that specifies zero methods is known as the empty interface. Oh. An empty interface may hold values of any type. Okay. Every type implements at least zero methods. Empty interfaces are used by code that handles values of unknown type. An empty interface may hold values of any type. Every type implements at least zero methods. Empty interfaces are used by code that handles values of unknown type. For example, form print takes any number of arguments of type interface. So here we create the variable and then assign it the interface type. In the main function, we describe I that should say no value and interface type. Then we assign, oh, then we put in, wait, how does this work? All right, walk me through this lesson. What do you want, Atlas? Yeah. When you see an interface variable assigned to something, it'll work if that something satisfies the interface. So does 42 satisfy the interface? Yes, since it has at least 0 methods. So it works. Similarly, string satisfies the interface, so it works. Okay. Let's run this and see what happens. At first, we have nil, nil. Um, when we describe I, shouldn't the type be an interface type? A nil interface holds neither value nor concrete type. Okay, it's nil. When we assign the interface variable to 42, it takes on the int type. Same when we do it hello, it takes on the string type. Right? Every type satisfies this interval. Can hold any value. This is why functions like print accepts interface, they need to accept anything. The example code explained. Atlas, stop picking out. What are you doing? Are you bite? What are you doing? What do you mean when you say it should be an interface type? Isn't interface the type or no? like an interface its own thing. Because then, but anyways, they clarified it in the previous lesson, and a nil interface value holds neither value nor concrete type. Which, because in my head, when you're describing I and you're getting the value of I and the type, I'm thinking like no value, nil, and the type would be interface type. Maybe I got interface wrong in my head. Most likely did. Way here is interface a type, and why isn't it? Yes, an interface is a type, bruh. Fuck me. What the fuck is going on? An interface describes a set of methods. Any type that implements those methods is said to satisfy the interface. This happens to require zero methods. Then, but why in the describe function for an empty interface it returns no? Now we're getting a subtle part of why describe prints no when I is an empty interface that holds another type and a list of functions. And the describe function prints the type the interface holds. The describe function on a nil interface, an interface that hasn't been yet initialized, is set to nil. Okay. So it's what the describe function is just pretty much describing what happens when an interface has been assigned, not the interface itself. Okay. Type assertion. A type assertion provides access to an interface's value. Just give me a moment. I need to go to the washroom. Okay. I'm back. Provides access to an interface's values underlying concrete value. Thank you so much for guiding me through my thought process. All one each. This statement asserts that the interface value I holds the concrete type T and assigns underlying T value to the variable T. Value concrete type T and assigns the underlying T value to the variable T. If I does not hold a T, the statement will trigger a panic. To test whether an interface value holds a specific type, a type assertion can return two values, the underlying value and a Boolean value that reports whether the assertion succeeded. Neat. If I holds the T, then T will be the underlying value and OK will be true. If not, OK will be false and T will be 0, value of type T, and no panic occurs. All right. Assign I to hello. So we check if I is string, it will print S. And then here it'll print hello. No, it'll print hello here after the type assertion. Then here it'll print hello and true, right? But here we're asserting float. It will print. Would it print? But OK will be false. Would it print F? It does print. Okay. But it prints 0 instead of hello. Panics because we don't have the error handling. Interface conversion is a string, not float. Nice. Neat. Type switches. A type switch is a construct that permits several type assertions in series. A type switch is like a regular switch statement, but the cases in a type switch specify types, not values. And those values are compared against the type of value held by the given. Yo, Kogel. Hello, hello. How are you, Kogel? Kogel, did you do any Golang earlier before? Grumpy, no. What's got you down? You did a lot? Damn. Bro, after moving from Rust to Go, like the way pointers work here is really confusing. I had to like do a couple multiple runs to internalize it. Odin is similar to Go? Okay. Okay. And you've been doing Odin as well? Wait, you said you were building a game in Odin, right? If I recall correctly. What's got you down? Is this something you can share, or you wanna keep it low key? 80% of a tower defense game. You just need to make the art for it. Are you good at that stuff? Art stuff? Out of 10. Okay. Funny, so it's fine. Yeah, that's good. Case key. So switch for type switches. Right? Type case T where V has type T. Case S where V has type S. Default, no match. Here V has the same type as I. What? The declaration in a type switch has the same syntax as a type assertion, with the specific type T is replaced. Right? Go than to try and learn it. I want to just go through the syntax through all of um, a tour of Go, and then I'll try some exorcism, and then maybe the build your own shell code crafters challenge. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Is this that I don't know? I find myself stopping myself from like going through going through writing if there's like I don't know. I don't understand the syntax, and I feel like I take a very perfectionistic approach, which is detrimental. But that's my approach. Declaration in a type switch has the same syntax as a type assertion I type, but the specific type T is replaced with the keyword type. Also think of a project, start writing and ask LLMs for tutorial and to explain it along the way. Okay. Okay. I can try that too. All right, now I'm using like Copilot to walk me through the lessons because they're not very verbose with the explanation. Yeah. Specific type T. What's wrong with my throat? It misses. Are you talking about um a tour of Go, or are you talking about the LLM being missing? Go by example. Ooh. Oh, thank you. Here. So you get to know what things are in a specific context. Neat. Thank you. Interfaces are a named collection of method signatures. The basic interface for geometric shapes. So geometry and two methods, area and pre-rim. Heck with pre-rim. For example, we'll implement this interface on rect and circle types. So type rect, type circle, To implement an interface in Go, we just need to implement all the methods in the interface. Here we implement geometry on Rex. So we make a that is out of here flat tire. He's broken every day. Yo, Shreyas, how are you, Shreyas? Good to see you, man. How you been? How are you, Christopher? What have you been up to? I'm alright, man. Motions up and down, pushing through, trying to distract myself. How's Steve? Okay, I'm learning programming in the era of vibe coding. Started watching Taken with Liam Neeson. You got done with Stargate, and now you're feeling like watching Taken. Taken's a good movie though. This is Go by example. I'm going through tour of Go. Google just recommended this, so I thought I was like, why not do it parallel? Because they seem to have a better um like they're providing use cases, right? Whereas small breaks from Stargate. Gotcha, gotcha. Okay, we have a method which takes in R, find area, returns width multiplied by height. What is pre-rim? Um, Rust got a little too hard, so I switched over to another language. Rust got a little too difficult for me. Oh, perimeter. Okay, okay, okay. Why? Oh, perim. I did read as pre-rim. All right. So double the width plus double the height. You get the perimeter. Implementation circle. So pi times the radius squared. Implementation for circles. Okay, and then perimeter. Radius 2 times pi and the radius. Okay. If a variable has an interface type, then we can call the methods that are in the named interface. Here's a generic measure function taking advantage of this to work on any geometry. Func. So measure takes an geometry type, print g, print e dot area, dot perimeter. So you can pass in a rect or a circle as a geometry and call those methods. Function. Sometimes useful. Wait, blah blah blah. Here's generator taking advantage of this to work on any geometry. Okay. Sometimes it's useful to know the runtime. Yeah, individual functions. Right, right. Um, One option is using a type assertion as shown here. Another is a type switch. Okay, so detect circle. If C, okay, E circle, okay, circle with radius. Now we have our R, which is a rect, C, which is a circle. If we do measure for R, it automatically runs the function for calculating a rectangle's um, area and perimeter. Then if you pass in a circle, it automatically does it for a circle. You detect circle, R, detect circle C, it just doesn't do anything. Neat. Oh no. Yo, Fallen. Hello, Fallen. Good to see you. Oh no, kids. Kids be kids. Are they teens now or they're like not teens yet? Because teens are when they start like getting cocky or know it alls. How are you, Shreyas? How's life been? How's work been? Okay, let's go through this. Package main board. Looking for a change. Change in scenery, change in what you're doing. Too much crud for too long. Oh, right. Yeah, I can see how that can get a little dull. And now with LLMs, it's a matter of just like, especially for cred stuff, sucks the fun out of doing it yourself. It also does speed things up. Okay, type in the case of an integer. Yeah. How old are you, Shreyas? 25? Or absolute garbage? Yeah, 25. Okay. You're doing well for 25. So it's understandable to want to change. Um, it's relative. Yeah. I mean, it's always good to want um better for yourself, right? Like want more to aspire for greater things. Like if you've hit a wall, it's better to like want something different and learn something different rather than be complacent with where you're at. Yeah. I mean, that's what I mean. Like, um, I don't know about fulfilling. For me, the thing is, if I find something that fulfills me, I will get bored with it after a little bit. um, but that's just me. Like, I'm big on novelty. I like playing with new things. I find the process of learning things super fulfilling. That's what you do, but you like doing. It's like doing the same thing over and over for a decade. Don't know what to say, but it feels not great. Try learning something way out of your domain then, or reading something way out of your domain. Um, well, I'm bored of cybersecurity and working in cybersecurity. Um, so I'm like looking at law. I did get into a law program. I'm not going to start yet. I want to save more money. It was fun at the start, but if you want to move up the ladder, you get disconnected from doing like the hands-on stuff, and you're more compliance work, putting the building blocks in place, or like conducting multiple different people to put the building blocks in place. um I kind of like got bored of it. I've been doing it for 8 years now. The law and cybersecurity does go hand in hand. um let's see. Okay. Should write a kernel from scratch in Rust. I'm not at that level, bro. You can do it. We can do it. Okay. Um, I don't know about type T. Okay, walk me through this. Like normal switch, but instead of compare values, it compares types. The page says it directly. Permits several type assertions in series. Cases specify types, not values. The syntax uses a dot type instead of a specific type name. Case T, V has type T. Case S, V has type S. Default, V has the same type as I. The switch tests whether the interface value I holds a value of type T or S. Take care. Good night, Shreyas. Thanks for coming by. Appreciate you. See you on the Twitters. In the default case, V stays the same interface as type as I. Okay, example code explained. We have function called do, takes in interface, right? Let's break down each case. Case one, if I holds an int, then v becomes an int. The code prints value is value times 2. Okay. 21, 42. Right. Case string is 5 bytes long. Yes. Default case, type is neither int, it prints I don't know about type. But why did it say bool? Okay, wait, true. We don't have that case. Right. Not in the default case on the page. All right. That's going to be enough Golang for today. I'll try to make some more progress on my own time. That's what I'm doing.
Generative AI.
Last week, Google announced.
In August of 19...
Enough. Enough. Play some God of War. Or I am hungry. So we'll watch a video while I eat my falafel. Then we'll play some God of War. Yes. Enjoy Atlas. Get the food ready. Grill. Classical. We're back. All right.
'97, Rare released GoldenEye 007 for the Nintendo 64, and with it came a paradigm shift of what most thought a first-person shooter on a console could be. Based on the 1995 James Bond film of the same name, today GoldenEye is revered for its enemy AI, level design, gameplay, and of course, its legendary multiplayer. GoldenEye may be considered one of the greatest games of the 5th generation of consoles, but on paper, you would think it was destined for failure. GoldenEye went through a lengthy, nearly 3-year-long development cycle and was created by a small and inexperienced team.
All the people on the team had never made a game before, except for myself and A.D. Smith.
The game experienced several delays and came with the stigma that followed games based on a film, as licensed TV and movie games had gained a largely well-deserved reputation as quick cash grabs, with little attention or care given to the game's quality. GoldenEye the game was released 2 years after GoldenEye the film had left theaters, long after the movie's buzz had died down. To top it all off, Rare began developing GoldenEye before the Nintendo 64's hardware had even been finalized. This was a recipe for a critical and financial disaster, but instead, Rare delivered a masterpiece that went on to become one of the best-selling games on the Nintendo 64. From its origins as a 2D platformer for the Super Nintendo, its Nintendo 64 evolution from an on-rail shooter to FPS, and the late addition of its most popular feature, multiplayer. This is the story of GoldenEye on the Nintendo 64. Sometime in late 1994, Nintendo approached Rare about making a game based on their recently acquired James Bond license. Rare had become an important developer for Nintendo and was coming off 2 very well-received games that would become classics in their own right, Donkey Kong Country for the Super Nintendo and the arcade fighting game Killer Instinct. Nintendo president Hiroshi Yamauchi was a big fan of the James Bond franchise and knew that Rare could be counted on to deliver a high-quality title, particularly since the game was initially envisioned as a 2D platformer for the Super Nintendo, a genre that Rare excelled.
Hey, Liam.
There was just one problem.
Good for you.
No one at Rare really seemed to want to work on it. Eventually, news of the James Bond license reached Martin Hollis, who had worked on Killer Instinct as a second programmer and also happened to be a James Bond fan himself.
I heard about this as a rumor, and I said to Tim Stamper, "This sounds cool. I'd like to make this game." And he said, "Okay." And that was pretty much my pitch.
Proper work on GoldenEye began in January of 1995, with Martin Hollis' hiring of programmer Mark Edmonds, who was put in charge of creating an engine that would be capable of drawing skinned characters on the Nintendo 64, not the Super Nintendo. Hollis wanted to ditch the restrictions that came with a 16-bit platformer, feeling that GoldenEye should be a 3D game for Nintendo's upcoming 64-bit system, but 3D didn't mean a free-roaming environment. Instead, Hollis sought to create an on-rail shooter in the vein of Sega's Virtua Cop. In fact, a video of an early version of GoldenEye running as an on-rail shooter was shown during the Nintendo 64's debut at Nintendo's 1995 Space World Convention. Martin Hollis and the other team members had been considering a first-person shooter mode of some sort, but the final hardware specs for the Nintendo 64 were still unknown during GoldenEye's early development, so there were concerns regarding what would and wouldn't be possible on the console. According to a 1997 interview with Edge magazine, initially the development team was emulating what they expected the N64 chipset to be like, but they couldn't be sure of its final form. They didn't even know what the controller of the Nintendo 64 would be like, and used the Saturn controller during the game's early development. That's right, the Sega Saturn controller was used to develop one of the Nintendo 64's best-selling games.
Quite cool.
But even without a console or proper development kit to work with, the team knew they'd be able to use art and assets creating using workstations from Silicon Graphics, also known as SGI, on the final console. You may recognize SGI as the company that made the computers used to create Killer Instinct and Donkey Kong Country's 3D graphics. The decision to take Bond off the rails came about once the team was more confident in what the N64 was capable of. The first year of GoldenEye's development was largely used to create the game engine and art assets. Some of that work could be seen in the video shown at Space World 95, which represented about 11 months worth of work. The camera and characters could move around, but missions, AI, and other key components had yet to be created. The first year of development passed and the GoldenEye team missed their first deadline. Rare was concerned by the lack of progress, but at the same time also impressed enough by the team's work that they decided not to cancel the project. With Rare's blessing and the basic groundwork for GoldenEye in place, Hollis and his team set off to create a classic.
Star Wars for it.
As the second year of GoldenEye's development began, Martin Hollis hired some much needed additional team members who went to work on creating GoldenEye's levels, missions, enemy AI, and eventually its unforgettable multiplayer. Early on, the development team had the opportunity to visit the film sets where they took pictures to use as reference material for models and textures. Many of the film's locations and set pieces made it into GoldenEye's levels with what was, at the time, a great deal of detail and accuracy. The game's similarity to the film was even part of its marketing.
You want me to speedrun this game? I haven't even played a single run.
GoldenEye. Load a rumble pack and see how it feels when 007 meets N64.
Being a true James Bond fan, Martin Hollis wanted to fill his game with aspects of the James Bond universe outside of GoldenEye. So he put together a list of about 40 gadgets from other Bond films, which the team would later try to find levels in which they could be used. These and other details like bullet holes in glass, destructible objects, and the Aztec and Egyptian levels, both of which were inspired by other Bond films, helped to give GoldenEye the feeling of being in the universe of James Bond. The GoldenEye film gave the dev team a template for some of their game set pieces, but the inspiration to have multiple missions within a level came from Martin Hollis and fellow team member David Doak's Mario 64
produces his videos.
GoldenEye's levels and missions were designed in a way that Martin Hollis later described as anti-game design approach. Instead of creating levels objectives first and then designing its layout around them, GoldenEye's team would first create a level and afterwards fill in the objectives and enemies. As Martin Hollis put it, the benefit of this sloppy, unplanned approach was that many of the levels in the game have a realistic and non-linear feel. There are rooms with no direct relevance to the level. This is an anti-game design approach, frankly. It is inefficient because much of the level is unnecessary to the gameplay, but it contributes to a greater sense of freedom and also realism. Part of this anti-game design approach came from the team's lack of experience. 8 of GoldenEye's 10-member development team had never worked on a game before. But ironically, the team's inexperience and even the lack of a real Nintendo 64 during half of the game's development ended up being an advantage. As Graham Norgate put it, because it was most people's first game, we did things that we might not do again because it was too much work. We didn't take the easy route. If something sounded like a good idea, it was like, yeah, let's do it. The world was our oyster. Only afterwards would you find it was a world of pain.
This is the Rumble Pack. The big reason why Star Fox 64 is the coolest cinematic gaming experience there is.
This approach extended beyond level design. One of the ideas that Rare had come up with was reloading ammo by removing and reinserting the Rumble Pack. The idea didn't really sit well with Nintendo, so it was ultimately dropped.
What is the Rumble Pack?
Was also initially a much bloodier game, programmed to have huge spurts of blood explode out of enemies when shot. Even this inexperienced team realized that that would be too much for the conservative Nintendo to approve, so the gore was toned down before showing any gameplay to Nintendo. This turned out to be a smart move, as Nintendo would eventually become so concerned about the level of violence in GoldenEye that they suggested that all of the enemies should get up and shake hands at the end of each level, as a way to remind young players that the violence is just pretend. Speaking of those enemies, Martin Hollis had an ambitious plan for GoldenEye's enemy AI. He wanted enemies to be intelligent and act in a manner that was far more realistic than that of most other shooters.
All characters will try to survive, but in addition, they might be trained to reach an alarm switch, rescue their comrade, obey an order, play dead, hide under a table, or reach an exit.
A system that both used audio and visual cues to alert an enemy of a player's presence was implemented, but an enemy could become aware of your presence without even directly seeing you or hearing your gun fire. If an enemy simply sees another guard get shot, they may go and run and trigger an alarm. Your position, actions, and basically whatever the enemy sees and hears all influence how NPCs decide to engage with you, which can range from standing and shooting, strafing, bending down on one knee to fire, and more. This enemy and NPC AI may seem rudimentary by today's standards, but in 1997 it was a refreshing wrinkle in an already novel
This is
console
1997.
FPS game. The character animations you see in GoldenEye were achieved through a motion capture system called a flock of birds. By using this system, GoldenEye was able to deliver fairly realistic animations for general movements, as well as animations specific to where an enemy was shot. Unlike the refined, free-range mocap suits and systems used in modern games today, the system used for GoldenEye required the motion capture performer to wear a harness that was tethered to a wall, and each sensor attached to the performer's body was connected to a wire that ran back into the harness. The motion capture sessions were conducted in the same room used to capture the moves in Killer Instinct. The room was hot, smelly, and the motion capture system was difficult to work with.
And you couldn't really do very much in the case of, throwing yourself backwards when you get shot, because you would literally yank the entire system off the wall.
I had to do forward rolls, not knowing if when I came up I'd be strangling myself on the wires because of that setup.
GoldenEye's team members' extra duties weren't limited to motion capture. The development team used their faces for guards and other NPCs in the game, but none more famously than David Doak. David Doak worked on a lot of the mission and level design, as well as much of the level-specific AI scripting, but you probably know him better as Dr. Doak, the double agent scientist in the Archangel Chemicals weapon facility. David Doak has a real PhD in biochemistry, so using him as a scientist wasn't much of a stretch. One of the things that can take a great game to the next level is its music, and GoldenEye was no exception. GoldenEye's music and sound effects were created by Graham Norgett and Grant Kirkhope, two musicians with a resume that includes Killer Instinct and Donkey Kong Land 2. The weapons used in GoldenEye are modeled after real guns, though to avoid legal issues, their names were changed during development. The Klob, a submachine gun that can be found in several Russian missions, was named in honor of Ken Lobb, a former game designer and executive for Nintendo of America that worked with Rare's dev teams as a liaison of sorts between the two companies. According to Lobb, he was responsible for convincing the team to incorporate unlockable rewards and cheats for completing certain objectives. Ken has also stated that he was lobbying for Nintendo to include 4 ports on the N64, and wanting to get as many games as possible to support it, he was one of the first to suggest a 4-player split-screen multiplayer mode to GoldenEye's team early in its development. Though multiplayer was in Hollis's original design doc, the team had basically shelved the idea due to time constraints, as well as the Nintendo 64's somewhat limited resolution. However, in April of 1997, Martin Hollis told programmer Steve Ellis and production designer Duncan Botwood to begin secretly working on developing a multiplayer mode for GoldenEye. There was just one problem. GoldenEye was, for all intents and purposes, already finished and set to be released in a few short months. It's now April of 1997 and GoldenEye is 4 months from its August release date. The game's single-player campaign, which was its only mode, was finished, and all that remained to be done was some tweaking and game balancing. At this point, GoldenEye had missed its deadline for release by about 8
being
months.
able to render
and though Rare
for
and Nintendo had been very lenient in terms of giving Hollis's team
separate screens
extra
at the
time to work on
wow.
the game, it was clear that after $2 million and over 2 years in development, it was time for the game to be released.
Steve Ellis was the mentioned programmer who did the multiplayer and many other things. He said, one of the things that always strikes me as crazy in retrospect is that until sometime like March or April of 1997, so that's 2 years after we'd begun, there wasn't a multiplayer mode at all. It hadn't even been started. It really was put in at the last minute, something you wouldn't dream of doing these days. And it was done without the knowledge or permission of the management at Rare and Nintendo. The first thing they knew about it was when we showed it to them working. However, since the game was already late by that time, if we hadn't done it that way, it probably would never have happened.
There wasn't much time to complete multiplayer, so the team had to make do with the animations that they had already captured. It's the reason why when someone is moving while crouched, their character just slides on the floor. There simply wasn't time to create a walking crouch animation. 3 previous
Yeah, that
Bonds,
stuff is
Connery, Moore, and Dalton were programmed
the
as
different
unlockable
consoles.
characters that could be used in multiplayer. Unfortunately, they had to be removed since only Pierce Brosnan had signed over the rights to have his likeness used in the video game.
We had all the Bonds, and you could play deathmatch.
Oh, you can choose between the different
MGM
Bonds.
came and said, no,
That's cool.
Sean Connery will want money.
Sean Connery. Oh my.
And probably the rest, if the rest of them find out Sean Connery's getting money, then they'll all want money as well, and it's just going to cost a lot. So we took them out.
The data for the other Bonds is actually still in the game itself. Rare
It's
simply
in the
removed the
game.
ability to select them. Instead, the team went with other characters the licensing agreement allowed them to use, such as the diminutive Oddjob. Many consider using Oddjob as cheating since due to his height, the weapon auto-aim literally goes over his head.
He's so tiny.
Organized multiplayer includes several modes and scenarios. Some are unique objectives beyond the usual deathmatch, while others are fun cheats that can be implemented in multiplayer, such as the Big Head DK mode, paintball mode, and more. In spite of the last-minute addition of multiplayer, GoldenEye was still released in August of 1997, but GoldenEye wouldn't be an immediate success. GoldenEye is considered to be one of the greatest Nintendo 64 games of all time, and while that may be subjective, its spot as one of the best-selling N64 games of all time isn't. Depending on your source and regions taken into account, GoldenEye is either the second or third best-selling game in the Nintendo 64 library. But when it was released, GoldenEye only saw modest sales numbers. In a brilliant bit of marketing, Ken Lobb convinced Nintendo of America to give each blockbuster 20 copies of GoldenEye to rent. It wasn't long before word of mouth spread about the quality of GoldenEye. The single-player campaign was great, but the GoldenEye gospel being preached on the streets was all about its addictive multiplayer. GoldenEye was often sold out during the 1997 holiday season, but it wasn't because of astronomical sales figures. Nintendo didn't expect a licensed game about a 2.5-year-old film to sell well, and thus only had a small number of cartridges actually made. Bolstered by retail demand, however, word of mouth, and very strong rental figures, as the months continued, Nintendo increased the number of GoldenEye
Wait, were you able to
cartridges it
rent out
produced.
games at
GoldenEye
Blockbusters?
would go on to sell more copies during the 1998 holiday season than it did during the 1997 holidays. Then during the 1999 holiday
cool.
season, more copies of GoldenEye were
Renting
sold
out
in
games.
1997
I don't know
and
if you can do that
1998
anymore.
combined. In total, over 8 million copies of GoldenEye were sold by the end of its production run. GoldenEye certainly wasn't the first FPS on consoles or even the
Hoorah.
first one on the Nintendo 64, but its excellent campaign and innovative multiplayer puts its legacy in a category above most other console shooters of the same era. Martin Hollis believes that GoldenEye grossed somewhere in the neighborhood of $400 million. Nintendo asked Rare if they'd be interested in making another Bond game based on Tomorrow Never Dies, the follow-up to GoldenEye. Hollis and Rare met with Nintendo, but passed on the opportunity in order to create a game based on their own IP, Perfect Dark. Hollis considered Perfect Dark the spiritual successor to GoldenEye, and though it was a success in its own right, Perfect Dark never reached the financial heights of GoldenEye. In 2008, it was revealed that Rare had been developing an HD remaster of GoldenEye for Xbox Live Arcade. Sadly, Microsoft was unable to reach an agreement with Nintendo to release it. This updated version of GoldenEye would have included several new features, such as equalizing character heights in multiplayer, 3 new levels, a 60 FPS frame rate, and the ability to instantly switch between N64-style graphics and the updated HD visuals. Outside of that, it's said that it would have been a nearly unchanged port. The footage you're looking at now is from 30 minutes of leaked gameplay footage from the Xbox remaster of GoldenEye that appeared on the internet in 2016.
Oh damn, that's
There's
much
actually another GoldenEye 007 game that was developed by Eurocom that was released for the Wii in 2010. This GoldenEye uses the game engine from Dead Space Extraction, is not a port of the N64 Classic, and doesn't even star Pierce Brosnan. It was marketed as a reimagining of the GoldenEye film that replaced Brosnan with the then current James Bond actor Daniel Craig. In 2011, a remastered version of Wii's GoldenEye was released for the PS3 and Xbox 360 as GoldenEye 007 Reloaded. These games didn't receive the same critical praise as N64's GoldenEye, but they were fairly well received. GoldenEye for the Nintendo 64 would go on to win 7 awards from the Academy of Interactive Arts and Sciences, essentially the Oscars of gaming. As of the making of this video, it's been about 23 years since the release of GoldenEye, and the gaming community is still talking about it. Members from the development team are often invited to speak about it at conventions, speedrunners continue finding new ways to play GoldenEye, and friendships are still enriched, sometimes destroyed, thanks to its multiplayer. All in all, not bad for a game made by a bunch of rookies.
Nice. He puts a lot of thought into his production style. I like it.
Thanks so much for watching. There's a couple of Philips CDI related Easter eggs.
You guys
want to
give this a like?
One of which includes a list of my $7 and above
Support the
Patreon
creator.
members on the computer screens
Good
in
job.
the GoldenEye levels. If you want to support the channel monetarily, you can do so at patreon.com/wrestling with gaming. There's a few things about GoldenEye that I ended up cutting
Get some
out
more
of my
water.
final script.
My food.
One is that a lot of the textures on GoldenEye are in black and white. They simply have the game assign a color to the vertices of those 3D objects with black and white textures, and it works out really well. There's also a ZX Spectrum emulator hidden within GoldenEye. It's not accessible to the player normally, but it can be through patching the game. My friend Modern Vintage Gamer recently did a really good video about it, and I'll leave a link to it in the description below. Finally, if you want to keep up with what's going on with the channel, you can follow me on Twitter at WrestlesGaming. But most of all, thank you for watching.
Alright. Let's see how far I can get with God of War today. I don't know. PlayStation. Oh yeah, the kid is kind of angsty right now. 。 Attack it. Damn it. Don't.
This'll be easy. We're gods.
Gods! Damn it. Oh my god. Let's get this heal. Done.
I think I used to feel bad killing these guys.
Rare enchantment increases resistance to frost by 50. What is here? Before we do that, let's go that way. Do, 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 do. Right, no, no, no. Good night, Dioxim. Thanks for coming by. You have a good night's sleep. Heavy waist armor. Belt reinforced with layered steel of unknown origin. Alright. Anything interesting in here? Just more Haxorwa. Onwards.
Whatever.
Whatever. Bah. Oh,
Hello.
hello.
I didn't know you'd be coming through here.
Talon bow upgrade.
Oh, did you want to say something? Something else for you, then?
Oh. Second follow-up combo while in switch stance. Call and perform a powerful slam. Upgrade all of Atreus. King spin. Armor. Skill. I can't do those. Armor. By weapons. Oh. L1 press R2. Destructive slam. L1 plus R1. Charge. Deadly war handles. 10, 6, 10, 10, 10. Keep this. Armor. Oh, this is much better. Mark of a Ranger. And Death's Wall. Go to socket. Symbol of heart. Symbol of courage. Symbol of heart. Symbol of courage. That. Atreus, Tunic of Hope. Find Hellstones and Kratos is injured. Go in here. Stomach. First, unlock that. Repeat. Is this gonna be easy? Oi, they're strong. Oh. No. Okay, they're not easy.
Get up, brother. Your boy could use a hand.
Ba-da-ba-da-da-da. What's here? Get that XP. We'll fight later.
Come on, you two. The silence is getting unnerving.
Don't worry about it. We're focusing.
Focusing. Oh, we came from there before, didn't we? Can I go in? Did. Alright. Back to where I cut your head off from. Alice dead. Out. Broken. Be another way up, right? Oh.
Nearly there now.
Finally.
Bread to Jotunheim.
Boy, the rune.
Let's look at his body first.
Well, that's a sight no man should ever see. Thanks for that.
Carve along that.
Oh, is the gate closed? Yeah. Go to the land of the giants.
Wow. Yona. We made it.
The bridge. I feel like something sus is gonna happen.
I remember once. Brother, look out!
There he is.
Miss me.
Oh. Get him.
Cross the bridge.
No! I'm a god too! I can do this! Get off him!
Really?
Baldur, let him go. Take me instead. I'll do whatever you want. All this time, I thought I needed you. But you're just meat. Turns out The boy's the brains.
Oh no. Oh wait, we're breaking the bridge?
No! You broke the gate! That was our only way to Jotunheim!
Stupid son of a bitch.
What a waste.
Get out of here, boy.
Yes, by all means, Junior, run away. Let Daddy do all the heavy lifting for you.
Let go!
Calm down, boy. You are not ready for this.
I am ready!
Boy,
Oh, what the fuck?
And here I thought my family was fucked up. Oh, your father is right, boy. You are far from ready. Now, would you be so kind as to hold this
Ow.
for me? Thank you.
No.
Atreus!
A dragon?
Don't you know when to give up?
Stay away from my son!
Oh.
You won't stop me! I will break you! What won't you die?
Oh, what the fuck? No! Oh, it's bleeding. Okay, okay.
Who's activated the bridge? Hey, I asked you a question. It's locked in.
What's locked
And when
in?
the bridge opens, the full weight of Ascot will come crashing down on you. It's over.
Is it? So be
What
it.
happened?
Baldur!
No! Listen to me!
Let me out!
Let go of it now or I will kill him. You know I will.
Where is he going?
Boy,
I'm here.
stay still.
Are we in hell?
You will listen to me and not speak a word. I am your father, and you, boy, are not yourself. You are too quick to temper. You are rash, insubordinate, and out of control. This will not stand. You will honor your mother and abandon this path you have chosen. It is not too late. This discussion is far from over. We are here because of you, boy. Never forget that.
No harm.
Wow, it's cold. This is hell?
Not just hell. Worst place in hell you could have put us.
I see a ship.
Get us there. It only takes us halfway to Tyr's temple, but at least it gets us far from here. For 1,000 mortal lifetimes, the Bridgekeeper kept the living out of this place. But now that you've ripped his heart out, here we are. Funny how it all comes around.
Oh, yeah.
Pay for what he said about Mother.
Boy.
That wasn't me.
Right.
Was me. But we're gods. We can do whatever we want.
Turn away, boy.
Emoji.
That's what I said to your mother right before I gave it to her.
Wasn't me.
I
I
was.
couldn't have done that.
Do not dwell on those thoughts. Not here.
Yeah,
We must keep moving.
yeah.
Ed, what was that?
Not just the old and sick come to Helheim, so do the criminals.
Criminals.
Hell must not draw a distinction between us and those whom these visions are meant to torture.
How do we stop it?
Escape hell as soon as possible.
I'm not gonna let it bother me.
Maramaki,
Like you said, Mimir, it was just an illusion. That wasn't me.
No. But it is who you have become of late.
Look,
Late.
I know I got us into this, but I'll get us out. Whoever I am.
I will get us out. You will follow orders.
But maybe that's not who I am.
It had better be. Now let me focus.
More? Where is the other one?
I don't mean to hurry you, but faster?
Let me
That's
think.
what? What is this? How do I get this to work? Be another. Oh.
So, I can't feel my fingers.
Maybe both wind traps need to be filled?
Fucking Captain Obvious. Is there any way? Can no. Look at Atlas, and he's so cute. He's how do I open both? Oh! Oh. Ow. Ay, ay, ay. Atlas, I can't see. Atlas, I can see. I cannot see. No. Get wrecked, noob. This does nothing. Okay. How do I go there? Other side. Oi. I got it. I got it. Mm-mm-mm-mm.
Wait, I think I see Baldur up ahead.
No. No, I would never stay out of sight.
Listen.
You have no right.
I had every right. I am your mother.
Oh.
No right, witch. I can't taste. I can't smell. I can't even feel the temperature of this room. Feasting, drinking, women. It's all gone.
You never
Gone.
feel pain again. Death has no power over you now. You would rather die?
Never feel again? Yes. Yes. I would rather die. Yes. Take it away, Mother.
I can't.
Please. Please, please take it away.
It doesn't work like that. Son, trust me, in time, you will thank me.
Priya did this to him?
Come on. No. Yes. I won't. Come on. Ruined my life.
Honey, we can figure this out. I promise. Trust me. I know how to.
Can't fix it. Come on. Do it! Do it!
He wanted to kill his mother?
Come on! Cow. I never want to see you again. Never. What you did to me. What you did to me! Ah! 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 I'm a coward. I'm a person.
His acting is really good.
Freya is his mother. Why did you keep this from us, Head?
Would you believe it slipped my mind?
I would not.
I'm at a loss. I assure you have no reason to keep such a thing a secret.
There's the boat. We will speak more of this soon.
Down here. Oh. I feel like more baddies when I drop down. Yep. Who else? Hey.
Okay back there.
Found the healing stone!
I will have much to do after I kill you.
What?
Who is that?
We must hurry.
There's something here. Why is the ominous music playing? What's going on? Hi. Anywhere I find seals to destroy. Oh. Up. Oh. How do I break that? Oh. And push it. The seal would be oh. More. Okay, but now how do I? Let's push this. There you go. Right. Balder's gonna come.
Not entirely sure this is seaworthy.
She will do.
You all do. Use the ship.
Give me space to work.
Oh, I'm making my own wind.
Let me help. What can I do?
You have done enough.
Doing. Eat. Oh.
These sails are intact. We're moving.
Great. Just bear in mind this boat can only take us part of the way. Tier's Temple is near the top of a tremendous waterfall, which, sadly, we are downstream. That means even if we get there intact, we still need to sail up a waterfall somehow.
The Vanir built the greatest ship that ever was, and it can fly.
Skisklorkia? Yeah, because it was designed to fly. This was not.
Nevertheless, this is the boat we have. Make do.
Oh.
And perhaps the biggest iceberg I've ever seen.
At least the fire's making heat. What now? Chopping it?
Give me a fire.
So now the sails are loose?
Just watch.
What?
Pulling the sails down? But how are they gonna catch the wind?
Oh, we're gonna fly. What?
We're floating! The heat from the fires! We're actually floating!
Yo, 5 days stream, let's go. Week streak, not gonna come in week streak.
And we're stuck.
I appreciate it.
Not
Thank
for
you for
long.
coming by and
Stay with the
saying
boat.
hi
I can't believe it. We made a huge
and
skyline.
supporting. Oh, we're done? To do. Yeah.
That did it! We're loose!
Wait for me there.
We need to talk, brother. You do realize it's over, don't you? Even if we make it back to Midgard, you and Balder destroyed the only gate to Jotunheim. We are out of options. And that boy up there, he's in 9 kinds of pain. His head's turned so far around.
Atreus is not your concern.
Well, he might become everyone's concern if you don't do something. You don't have to be the smartest man in the world to see that.
The washroom. Oh, wrong screen.
Atreus,
I can help?
together now.
We did it. We're free. We are going to get out of here.
Grace me, Father. It is time to end this.
Yes, my son. It is time.
No,
It's that voice again. Do you know who that is?
I do not know.
Iceberg! Footnote!
Hold on!
Enemy down! Fire! Left-hand side! I mean, far side! On your left! Watch your back! Shotgun! Shotgun!
Harpoon! I will free us!
We're free!
Ed, how long before we reach the temple?
Yeah, it's freezing.
As long as we maintain this speed and those fires don't go out, we should be there in no time, lad.
Fire down! Fire down! Hit that bridge!
Watch your leg! Find some help!
How's the fire staying lit?
Would you believe magic?
Or those blades?
It is time, my son. Look around at what you have done.
Come on, we gotta go!
You saw.
There's no time, look! I have a plan! Jump!
That was your plan? You're both cracked!
We are leaving this realm. Now.
As long as we didn't wreck our way back. What is this place?
This is Odin's. I'd recognize his atrocious taste anywhere.
I think this is where Odin brought all his best clues about Jotunheim. Look at that! It's the missing panel about Tyr. Odin must have stolen it. But why?
He always has his reasons. Might I have a look? Well, this is most unexpected.
Why? What does it mean?
I haven't the foggiest. Isn't that unexpected?
Head.
Look, clearly that's Tyr. Traveling somehow. Perhaps magically. But what's that to do with the giants that they should devote a shrine to it? I'm afraid that is none too clear.
What are those runes in the corners?
Not runes. Symbols from different lands. They mean...
War.
Aye.
How do you...
This one I know too well.
Oh.
His eyes. They are jewels. Like yours.
No doubt signifying the gift of sight the giants granted us. Give me a closer look. Interesting. Very interesting.
What is that?
Secret plans concealed by Tyr so none could access but him, and those few others the giants trusted. And right under Odin's nose, ho ho ho, I did promise I'd get you to Jotunheim.
What do you mean, Head? You said we were out of options.
Don't you see, brother? Odin never gave up hope, and neither should we. He knew there was a clue in here, but we're the ones who found it. These plans are for a key to some chamber Tyr's kept hidden. I don't know where it's leading or what we'll find, but it's a path.
How do we make this key?
I suggest we ask a dwarf.
That symbol on the temple door. It's a bunch of runes together. Peace, unity, hope, other things too.
Tyr's own design. He made this door himself.
Boy. Before, when you saw,
I didn't see anything.
you did not see me with someone. An old man.
What old man? Can we go?
Yes. Very well.
Right, let's get back to Midgard and see about making that key. Where's that dwarf?
Now, Head, why did you not tell us Baldur is the son of Freya?
He is! It's shocking every time I hear it, and yet obviously I know it. When I think about Baldur and Freya...
Mimir?
Yes, lad.
Freya.
How's that, brother?
Head, tell me Baldur's vulnerability.
Baldur is blessed with invulnerability to all threats, physical or magical.
Wait, what is happening?
He is bewitched not to speak of what he knows.
I am? I am! Oh, that's it precisely. I wonder how long that's been so. Since she had my head at her mercy, or back when I figured out Baldur's weakness.
Mimir,
Yes, lad?
you just said you figured out Baldur's weakness.
Did I? But Baldur is blessed with invulnerability to all threats, physical or magical.
Enough. This means there is a way. If he troubles us again, we will find it. Can you make it?
Is it a weapon? Armor? Or likewise an instrument of war, of which I'm a master at shaping? No? Then forget it. Even if I wanted to make such an insignificant gewgaw, I'm liable to chink my tools working on something so delicate and ladylike.
Then shingle it. Pattern weld the item with scap slag. Keep the layers thin. Alternate the overlay.
Okay, smart guy. And where do you propose to find a lump of quality scap slag? Last time I saw one, I could still get rigid down south. Shut your mouth, is that... Where did you...
I had to get my hands dirty.
Well, don't just stand there. Let's do this.
What? You? You're fine with working on something that's not a weapon?
Oh, hell, why not? What? I can grow too.
Oh, watch the spine. Keep your wrist loose.
No, you keep your wrist loose. Yeah, I need more heat here.
Coming up. You gonna temper that steel longer?
You don't need to. I triple quenched it with Draugr oil. See?
How inventive and sanitary. You clever little beaver. Never too late to learn a new trick, is it?
No, it's not. There.
Here it is.
Nope. Don't forget this. Oh, quit your grinning. It's downright unsettling.
It's just nice to see you together. But now the rune on your brand looks different.
Yeah, price of reforging something what broke.
I knew it. You two love each other.
Oh, cut it out, Princess. You're gonna get me all weak.
I like the new one better. Don't you?
We have work to do.
No. Hey, look who's back up and about. Didn't I tell you it'd be fine?
Something else we can do for you?
Nah, just glad you guys worked it out.
Ah. Well, I could say the same to you.
Ha!
I guess I was getting a bit full of myself.
Told him what he needed to hear, how's it sounds to me.
Just the same. I'm sorry for how I spoke to you, Sindri. You forgive me?
Already have. Like you said, it all worked out. Now, let us get back to work before I get sentimental.
Let's get you squared away then. Blades is gonna sing now. Guess that worked out.
Now we just need to figure out what door this key opens. It has to be somewhere around the temple.
Tyr's rune. This is it.
We're inside. But what is this place?
Your guess is as good as mine, little brother.
The tree! We're underneath the realm travel room. But why is the floor on the ceiling?
Those realm doors seem to mirror the ones above.
Look up there.
Up there. Tyr used the same magic to protect the Black Rune. The clue we seek may be inside.
Huh. Right next to the Jotunheim door.
Interesting. But can we reach it?
Not from here.
Oh, what's behind there?
Well, one inner sanctum within another.
Those tapestries. Looks like more giant. Whatever Tyr did for them must have been big. Whoa, who are they?
Boy, this is the rune for Jotunheim.
That's right. And look, we're on the other side of the door.
The upside-down door.
What are you thinking?
Stand back.
Okay. It's moving!
What's moving?
Everything! Whoa!
Extraordinary. The whole room is built on some kind of axle.
There's chains on both sides. Without those...
We can flip the temple.
All right!
What now?
Uh-oh. Things are happening. Okay. I don't think they're attacking. Want me to read this one?
Boy, on the statues.
I see them. It says void.
Ominous.
Go on. Read.
Before the first, after the last. Nothing between, no shadow cast. Alpha.
Are you quite sure flipping the temple is the only way to reach them, whatever it is?
You said there would be a path. The temple can be flipped.
Therefore, we've flipped the temple. The logic is unassailable. Not sure what happens when we recklessly upend a room that's rooted to 8 other realms. I'm curious, of course, but it's a leap to imagine it gets us to Jotunheim.
I don't mind a lead.
Well, who knows? Perhaps you and Tyr are the same kind of mad.
Another one here.
It says his name is Bergelmir. I think Mother said he was the king of the giants.
Aye, that he was. And quite a bit more.
Looks like he had a lot of kids.
That, little brother, is what we call an understatement.
He's dead, but nobody killed him. Do giants die from old age?
They may, though it's rare among the legends. Again with the death traps.
looks interesting.
I'd have thought, brother. Why don't you let the lad carry me for a while?
And let you miss this? No.
You're enjoying this, aren't you?
Brother, no!
I'd have thought, brother. Why don't you let the lad carry me for a while?
Let you miss this? No.
You're enjoying this, aren't you?
The chain! We made it!
Time to do what you do, brother.
Leave them in peace.
Obviously not referring to us.
Now we can decipher those Nephilim rings. And the travel rune is here too. You wanna go?
Have you considered a tactical retreat?